pause it or something. Yeah, is mine not loud enough? Is it?
It's loud enough. I can
Okay.
hear it.
Yours is very loud.
Very loud. Okay.
Dr. Ann, no problem.
Okay, you also being streamed live.
We practiced it several times. I mean, and we checked also with the clarity and the sound and everything.
Maybe you would have needed a headset and a mic on. If you had a headset, you can plug it and phone the headset on. Laptop a phone the headset, a laptop connected to the phone headset
See, we are on live, gracious Alex, and
Yeah.
Right, now let me start sharing the live thing.
No, you don't have to do share on live. Once it goes beyond the numbers, then it automatically goes live to stream. Oh, you want to put the link, is it?
I want to put the link.
Okay.
Okay, as far as I can see.
It goes beyond the numbers, then it automatically goes live to stream. Oh, you want to put the link, is it?
I want to put the link.
Okay.
I think people want to come in already. They're there already.
see, when you're ready, go on live on the YouTube also.
Yeah,
That's
YouTube
probably at 8 o'clock.
already live. Yeah,
It's already live on YouTube.
yeah, you're already live on YouTube.
Okay, shall we? Are we 8 o'clock? One more minute. Shane, your video is not on. Are you mute? Okay, now
What do we do?
the view, make it speaker view.
Yeah, please make it speaker view.
Sharon, the view, make it speaker view on top. Right?
Yeah, speaker view.
Okay, okay. All right. Ah,
I don't know whether the participants, I don't see any participants.
they can see.
They can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to keep quiet now. Hands up. You want them to talk and ask?
Gray, we have too many people waiting. Can we add them?
Yeah, they're in already. You want the photos, is it? You want the video on, is it?
Yes, yes.
Then the setting you have to change it. Just a minute. We have a problem. We can't seem to have the participants' view. What happened?
Was it gracious?
No, we can't see the participants. We see there are about 72 participants, but we can't see them. I think something in the setting went wrong.
Unless I make them more panelists, then you can see them.
You want to? We do that. Something in the setting went wrong, I think.
Make them more panelists.
Cannot, then they will all can. I'm sorry. I think something in the main setting went a bit haywire.
I think I'll have to do that.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining. We just having a slight technical problem, I think, from our main host account. I think the panelists at the moment, so we can all join in, and probably we can see more people. You all able to see? Yeah, so those who want to turn on your videos, please feel free to turn on your video. But at the moment, maybe we'll mute it. Later on, we can turn on the audio once we have the question answer sessions, or when you need to speak, we can unmute. But for the time being, let's just keep it mute. Videos, you can turn it on if you want to, whoever is on video. Thank you. We have got quite a good participation. We have almost 83 at the moment. Let's just give it a few more minutes because we are expecting a lot of people to come in. Meantime, I will invite our World Malayali Council Malaysia Province President, Mr. Alex Rajan, to address you all and welcome you all. Thank you. Alex, you want to unmute?
Yeah, sure. Good evening, everyone. Good morning to certain people. Good afternoon to certain. I know you've all joined from different parts of the world, and it's really a great honor to have you all be part of this program. And WMC Malaysia is World Malayali Council, and we are a Malaysian chapter. We've been operating for the last year and almost a year and a half. And we've been socially very active in terms of providing support and events that is related to social welfare, self-development, and also operational and business and career development as well. So WMC's goal is to support all human beings across the world.
One sec, Alex. I think there are some chats saying that can't hear anything. Let's just recheck on that. Participants, can you hear us? Please either put a note to us or just unmute and tell us whether you can hear us. Okay, some can. So those who can't hear, you need to test your speakers once again. So it looks like many of them can hear. So I guess it's not a technical problem from our end. It could be your own speakers. Unable
So
to
I think
unmute.
Johnny Kuruvilla said unable to unmute. So
Yeah,
can you
we'll
unmute
check.
Johnny
We'll check
Kuruvilla
that.
and allow him to show his video, please?
Yeah, yeah. Right, Alex, you can carry on.
Okay. All right. So thank you. Thanks, Gray. Appreciate. Now we would like to officially welcome our senior leaders from across the globe. So we have our global chairman, Mr. Johnny Kuruvilla, and also we have our global vice chairman, Mr. Rajiv Nair, our regional president, Mr. Santosh Nair, and our APAC office bearers, and also our Malaysian office bearers. So it's a great honor to have you all on board of this program. We've already crossed 100+ participants. I know this is a very important topic, and it is an important topic for the children. So these are all important things that we need to take. A lot of times the people don't realize challenges within the children, and some of them are very apprehensive to speak about those problems. So to address all those issues, we have some experts with us today. Now I officially hand over the stage to, I have to say the stage because Zoom is the stage these days. So I hand over this to Gracious Aloysius Fernandez, who is our secretary for the Malaysian chapter. And I really welcome you all, and thank you, and looking forward to a great event, and take care. Good evening.
Thank you, Mr. President, Alex Rajan. Once again, welcome everyone. Just bear with us while we are making everyone a panelist so we can see the videos. It's about 100+, so it takes a little longer because there's a bit of a hitch up we had. I think our global chairperson, Johnny Kuruvilla, will also get it. I think she's our technical person is just working on it. We should be sorting it out in a short while, so everyone should be on board soon. We are going to just play a short video first before I do the formal introduction of our main speaker. We are indeed very delighted because the topic is of very utmost interest and importance to our today's world, as we have many issues, especially for parents, teachers, and a lot of friends as well. So this is something that the world is actually getting increasing number of them, and we are trying to get everyone stand by as well. So let's just watch this, and then we'll do the introduction.
Sorry.
ഞങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും കൂടി
ഈ ലോൺ ശരിയാകാൻ കുറെ സമയമെടുക്കും. ഒന്നാമത് ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ കോംപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഇപ്പം നൂലാമലയൊക്കെ വെച്ചിരിക്കുക. മാനേജറിനോട് സംസാരിച്ചു.
സാർ, എനിക്ക് മാനേജറോടൊന്ന് സംസാരിക്കണം.
എടാ, അതല്ലേ പറഞ്ഞത്, അവിടെ വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യൂ.
മാഡം വിളിക്കുന്നു.
മാഡം, മാഡം എനിക്ക് കേൾവിശക്തി അല്പം കുറവാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് സംസാരം മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ നല്ല പറയുന്നത് മനസ്സിലാവും കൂടി കാണും. ഈ റീഡിങ്ങിലൂടെ ശരിക്കും കാര്യങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാവും. മാസ്ക് ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് ഒന്നും മനസ്സിലാവും. മാസ്ക് മാറ്റം മാഡം ഈ ലോണും ശരിയാക്കി.
അതിനെല്ലാം സമാധാനത്തോടെ നമുക്കെല്ലാം ശരിയാ.
താങ്ക് യു.
Shane, you want to stop the share screen?
It's already stopped.
Yeah. Once again, participants, just bear with us. I think you can see us and hear us. We just need to make some adjustments for the participants to have their videos and their audios on. But for the time being, while that is being sorted out, we'll get on with our main speaker. So please mute all your mics so that we only have the speaker talking. And later on, once we have the other participants added on, we will also let you know when to unmute and speak. So for the time being, let's just get this going instead of making everyone wait. Indeed, I have great pleasure in having a distinguished speaker today with us for WMC Malaysia Province. She is both intellectually and sports-wise an excellent person, a very distinguished career. She has been working in the National Institute of Speech. Right. She has been working with the National Institute of Speech and Hearing in Trivandrum for the past 24 years And currently she holds the position as assistant professor. And outside NISH, she has also worked for 2 years. Before that, academically, she was a third rank holder from University of Kerala in both MA and BA psychology. She also has an MPhil and PhD in psychology. She is a full scholar from the International Convention of Science, Education and Medicine. She got National Merit Scholarship awarded by the Director of Collegiate Education, Government of Kerala during 1990-1992. In terms of sports, she is an ardent cricket player. In 1989, she represented University of Kerala for the All India Inter-University Cricket Championship held in Calcutta. She also represented All Saints College for South Zone Inter-College Table Tennis for All Saints College for table tennis, and also represented the district table tennis tournament at Pathanamthitta. She did sports psychology. She's a sports psychology, a member of the sports psychology team of the 31st National Games in 2015, assigned for athletics, canoeing, kayaking, cycling, and tennis teams. Have presented several papers and posters at national and international conferences, including pre-Olympic conferences at Beijing and London. Do I need to say any more? She is just a brilliant person and something we are blessed to have today. I present to you Dr. Anne Verghese. Dr. Anne, please.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for the introduction, and it's made me very happy anyway. So let me see, I hope I'll be able to do justice to the topic that is given to me. I think I'll start with a presentation. I hope you can see the slide and you can hear me. If there is any difficulty in between, you could stop me and we can look into the problem. Okay, my topic, Introduction to Speech and Hearing, what parents and teachers should know. I am a psychologist, so my topic, which I will be speaking in this area, will be from a psychological perspective and my experience in this area for the last 24 years. And since I'm working in Kerala, a lot of aspects will also be relating to how we move about with the problem and how the others who are the participants in this from all over the world could consider how you could also look into this aspect. So my topic, I have used the word speech and hearing. We need to understand which actually comes first. Is it speech or hearing? So what we need to know is, note that many institutions are actually named National Institute of Speech and Hearing or Institute of Speech and Hearing, All India Institute of Speech and Hearing. And courses are also often referred to as speech and hearing courses. So as we proceed further, we will understand actually what comes in first. Is it the hearing part or the speech part? I would like the audience to also actually open your camera. It would be nice to see your faces when I continue with the session. If it's possible, we'll make it as interactive as possible too. Now, sensation and the sense organs, all of us are familiar. Especially now in this pandemic, smell and taste are very important. The moment you lose your smell or your taste, you also lose your peace of mind because there is a doubt, is it COVID positive? Apart from that, now let's look at hearing and vision now. So hearing and vision are actually distant senses and they're very important. Now let's do an activity with these two sense organs. One, please look around. Two, please close your eyes and try to listen. So now you can open your eyes. Now vision, when your eyes were open, you could only see what is in front of you and also the distance to which you could move. But when you closed your eyes, because you were attending and not because you were not sleeping, you could hear when I tapped or any other sound in your room. Maybe it was the fan, maybe it was some other family member speaking, but I'm sure you were able to hear. So what you need to understand is between the two, hearing is actually taking us more towards the distance. In fact, when there is anywhere sound, even if it's in terms of thunder, so you immediately understand now you have to switch off all your gadgets. Or even if it's in terms of some sound behind you, it's like an emergency alert. You understand and you react quickly to it. So hearing is really an important sense organ. So if there is an impairment in hearing, there are a lot of problems associated with it. I think Helen Keller is a name that is familiar with most of you all, especially the teachers, where she had lost both her senses, hearing and vision. So Helen Keller had mentioned that hearing is actually, losing hearing is worse than losing vision, because she said
She cannot be heard.
blindness cuts us
So,
from
any
objects,
effect they
but
cannot hear
deafness
properly.
cuts us off from people. So hearing is actually very important for us,
No,
because it's
Bobby, you
cutting
have to
us
use
from
the
people,
mic
because
temperature.
it is from hearing. Now, this is the answer to our question. Now, hearing is leading to the acquisition of language and speech skills. So it's very
But
clear,
you know what has
first
happened?
comes
You know what
in
the problem
hearing,
is? We made them all panelists, right?
and from there it
They are
moves
all not
on to
muted. They cannot mute
speech
themselves.
sound production
So what's
and
happening
language.
is somebody is saying that
I think there is some people who have not muted. It would be nice if you could mute. So hearing is actually very important. In fact, even in Kerala, as well as all over the world, there are protocols that the government follows for hearing tests for the newborn babies. So this is very important, because if there is a loss, so the target is always early identification and early intervention, because it leads to a better outcome. Similarly, prevention is also an important factor, because prevention is better than cure. There are some factors that can be prevented, like consanguinity means marriage between cousins, and maternal illnesses like German measles. You may not be able to prevent the illness, but if you have taken a vaccination, the MMR, the impact of that illness at the time of pregnancy can be reduced, and you can actually prevent hearing loss in the newborn. So we need to actually understand what we can prevent, and if they are not preventable, what do we do for an early identification and an early intervention? So in fact, there are some life-threatening drugs which has many impacts, of which one is hearing loss, which can lead to hearing loss. In fact, we had a student with us who had been doing nursing. She had contracted malaria and she lost her hearing. I'm not sure if any of you are aware that hearing loss can be created by certain drugs also. Quinine can lead to hearing loss, but there have been some conditions where even quinine has led to conditions where this hearing loss has been reversible, but not in every condition. So the moment an adult around 18 to 19 years lost the hearing, until then doing very well in nursing, started reducing her speech, losing the clarity, and she was finding it very difficult to cope with the others who were hearing impaired, probably starting from their young age or from the time they know. So she went into a cochlear implantation, though it was not popular then. She had started, she went into a cochlear implantation and she's actually doing very well. So now when we speak about words like implantation, hearing aids, now we find that all of them are actually with advance in technology. There is a lot of with the technology advancing, there's a lot of benefits, and actually it is helping a lot of the people with hearing impairment. So maybe another thing we need to understand is that even in terms of hearing issues, it is just not common for the younger children, but it is also common among the adults. So in the case of adults, once they lose their hearing, they find it very difficult to accept the fact they've lost their hearing and the difficulty in actually using the aid because they feel this aid does not equate to their hearing, which was before. So this is very difficult to satisfy some people. The personality is also a factor. Those who have been adjusting before would have adjusted better to this condition also. In fact, we had a schoolmaster who had hearing issues, who didn't want to use the hearing aid. But ultimately, he actually agreed to use it because he had a phone call. And the conversation was that a person died. So in Malayalam, the word died is marichu. And because he's a schoolmaster, he assumed the word was jaichu. And the reply was congratulations. So you can imagine the kind of problems that would have created there. So because of that, he came in immediately and he said, I think it's time I start using the hearing aid. The acceptance was there and he has already started using it. And another thing we notice about the adults is often the complaint is about the person, not the person with the hearing loss, but the other individual at home. Usually when it's a husband and wife, the husband will tell the wife does not have hearing. But when they come here for testing, it is very clear the husband has actually asked a question. The wife had answered. When the question gets repeated 2 to 3 times more, the wife actually raises the voice and then the husband hears it. So the hearing was gone. The person who had the hearing loss actually did not understand they were having a hearing loss. So actually there are these kind of problems relating to it. And another thing we understand is even loud noises. Maybe when I relate to Kerala again, another situation is in terms of we have the festival Trishur Puram. So here it's a festival where there is firecrackers, music, a lot of people participating. So the amount of noise that is generated is also quite high. So it was a parent who reported, because they're basically from Trishur, they wanted to see it. A parent who also knew that it is important, exposure to loud sounds could create a problem. So what she did was she closed the ears of her young child, but her ears was exposed. So what happens, this loud sound had actually created a ringing in the ears. I think ringing in the ears is something that we all have been exposed to sometimes, some buzzing or ringing, but we overcome the problem. But for some people, it still continues. So loud noise can lead to not only hearing loss, but it can also lead to many other problems.